and here we are doing the Batman v Superman movie review with Nubu Lord and Old Man
Hey,
Merlin. Say hi,
Yep.
guys. So,
Hello.
hey everyone, this is the Nebula here, doing a collab with Mega Velocity.
so
I don't
starters,
even know why I said that. This isn't even my video.
just leave it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Why'd
will
you
be
say that?
okay. As I was saying, I'm gonna be using the Batman v Superman skin plus the Batmobile, the Batman v Superman Batmobile. Okay, so just to kick it off. Okay, guys, what did you think of Batman v Superman?
It was amazing. I loved it.
Nubu?
I actually liked the movie, even though there were a few flaws here and there.
Okay, personally, I liked it, but because of the flaws, I didn't really love it. So we'll start off with the positive. So, Merlin, what do you think? What were the positives
Well,
for you?
the references in it, like
The
how,
Easter eggs.
what, yeah, the Easter eggs. How when Clark Kent and Bruce Wayne were speaking at Lex Luthor's party, and Bruce Wayne was like, you know, Gotham doesn't have a history with men dressing up as clowns, which is an
Freaks.
obvious reference to the Joker. Yeah.
Mm, we all remember that scene. That was amazing and funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you guys
Well,
think of? Sorry, what was your thought, Neighbor Lord?
my favorite bit of it was actually, the Easter eggs, most prominently the Metahuman folder.
That
Oh,
was a pretty good one.
yeah.
That was really good. I just was a little bit upset that Green Lantern was there, but I realized lately that he's not necessarily a metahuman. So, yeah.
I like the new Batman and the Easter eggs. Really, on the Batman, like it showed like the Dark Knight Returns type Batman with the
Yeah.
fighting style of Arkham's games. It was really the Batman that we all wanted for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the costume was comic accurate.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
it's a cross between the
Frank
comics
Miller.
from 352 and Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, Frank
yeah.
Miller's.
One thing though that little bit bugged me, like people have already stated that Ben Affleck's the best Batman, like it had everything, but we haven't seen the detective side of Ben Affleck.
Yeah. We kind of got a glimpse at it when he was at the party, and
Yeah,
we haven't really
not
seen a lot
really,
more.
not really. He
Like how
wasn't.
he,
Yeah, just like he
we
was
like
more
how
like an
he's
agent.
stealth.
Yeah, but we still want to see like the detective side. Batman isn't all fists and glory. He's more of being the smart one, being the strategic one.
Yeah.
So I guess in the
Yeah.
Batman solo films we'll see that.
Mm.
But yeah,
But
what did you guys
well, we
dislike
did
about
get
it?
a. Well, just as before we change subject, there was a little bit of a detective side of Batman when he tried getting the files from Lex Luthor's house.
Yeah.
Like, he was going to go in there stealthily as Batman, but but he was thinking that before he got the invitation, yet he still did it even as Bruce Wayne.
But
Yeah.
if you think about it, it's not really him being a detective, but it was more like Alfred was guiding him on what to do. Because remember, detectives like they would like. Sorry, I just turned it off. But yeah, I guess we'll get to see more of the detective side in the solo films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the dislikes. What did you guys think? Honestly, I thought it was the pacing.
know.
I think it was all the subplots they put in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to introduce Wonder Woman and stuff.
Yeah, like, on one side that was the origin of, Doomsday, the use of kryptonite, Lex Luthor trying to figure out more about Kryptonians, set up for Justice League and Darkseid, and setting up for origin stories for Wonder Woman. There was also
Yeah.
that guy in the wheelchair, and there was also that desert scene. And even though most superhero movies are around 120 minutes to 2 hours and 30 minutes, I just feel like they could have just cut out a few things. Like, they could have cut it out Lois Lane, because honestly, what she did in the story was not much.
To be honest,
The only
I
thing
don't
she
agree
was-
with the Doomsday. But yeah.
The only thing she was useful for is just putting morality into Batman to not killing him, to not killing Superman.
But
Yeah.
to be honest, I did enjoy the Doomsday because don't worry, guys, it does show him evolve. So people were actually really
Yeah,
worried about him,
adapt.
but he actually turned out good.
Yeah, honestly, I thought he was just like some sort of alien-looking beast, but later in the movie, like in the scene, he became more comic accurate.
Yeah.
Minus minus the locks. But they were going pretty well with his origin in the comics. Minus the death hit. He only just got attacked and he got regenerated.
Merlin,
Well,
what
not
did you think?
regenerated.
What did you hate about the movie?
Well, I didn't really hate much about it because I like watching comic book movies. I don't like analyzing bad things about. I like looking for hints, references, Easter eggs, and just the overall plot. But
It's kind of
I think
funny.
that,
It's kind of
but
funny
I also
how.
think that
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
but I kind of didn't like how they put a bit too much subplots in it.
I heard that was one of the biggest arguments about the movie. That's what turned most people off.
But other than that, the director is actually a pretty good, like, made a pretty accurate one.
So yeah, that was what you guys just said. It's pretty much what I had the complaints, like the subplots and everything, especially the part like Wonder Woman. Like even though she was meant to be a cameo, they like try to like squeeze her in as one of the main. So it was kind of like uncomfortable seeing like squeezing everyone in, kind of like an elevator. Like when there's too much people, it kind of gets awkward and weird.
Yeah.
And shamefully, it was also the Batman v Superman fight itself. The whole movie was
Yeah, that's kind of
based on.
short.
Yeah. That.
But I liked the reference. I like the Easter egg in that scene.
But it's a shame though.
Yeah.
Everyone thought that Batman would beat Superman without kryptonite, but
And he kind of did, just used a lot less of it than people would think.
I would disagree on that. But what were you saying, Newbie Lord?
Well, I would also like to say that Wonder Woman was just a bit too much shoehorned as a character. I mean, they could have just done with what they did with the Flash. But
Which scene?
yeah. Like, when he comes from the future and delivers a cryptic message to
Not really
Bruce,
cryptic.
telling him to assemble the League. Yeah, it was very cryptic. Like, he said,
Lois is the
Don't
key.
let her
must-
die.
yeah, Lois is the key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know in
that
the
was
nightmare scene? The nightmare scene?
Yeah.
That was a big reference to Injustice, like the soldiers, how Superman's like, she was my everything, and how he punched Batman through his chest.
Yeah.
And
But-
the punch to the chest was a reference to how he killed Joker.
Yeah, like, a direct reference. I'm like, when I saw that scene, I was like, did he just do what he did to the Joker to Batman?
Yeah.
And also, I really... Actually, what was your guys' favorite fight scene? Mine was the nightmare sequence and the when he
Yeah.
goes to save Martha.
Yeah.
Those were my favorite. I would have chosen the Batman v
Yeah.
Superman fight, but that was way too short for me to judge it.
I would say the Doomsday fight. That is well choreographed. Very well
Choreographed.
thought out.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like they just shoehorned Wonder Woman a lot into that scene though.
It made it useful to the story and shit.
What about okay, speaking of Batman v Superman, as we are, what do you guys think of Batflick? So much hate came from that first news of him being confirmed for Batman.
Yeah. I didn't like it at first, but when I watched it, I was like, yeah, perfect. Spot on.
I would say very good choice. He's just showing a good side of Batman, but as well as bringing his own taste to it.
Yeah.
And
Like, it's real. The way he acted was really similar to how he did in The Dark Knight Returns, which is where Batman goes out retiring after Jason Todd's death, and you can really see that he has been a bit angry ever since the death of his Robin. I would say that was really well thought out.
to be honest, do you know how everyone hated the Daredevil movie? It was because wasn't well directed. Like, it depends also on the director. It wasn't Ben Affleck's fault that Daredevil came out crap. It was just that he was misdirected. He wasn't told how, like, to be the proper Daredevil. You just need a good director, a good choreographer, and a good story writer. It wasn't completely Ben Affleck's fault that Daredevil became crap. And to be honest, when I first heard of it, I didn't really remember the what's a Daredevil movie. I just remembered his latest movies and stuff like Argo, The Town, I think. Like all his recent films. Like, I totally forgot about Daredevil. Because we should not dwell in the past.
Yeah, even the movie creators just poked fun that Ben Affleck was Daredevil.
Bruce Wayne equals blind.
Yeah, I haven't seen much big YouTubers who reviewed it talked about that, so just want to get that out there. Reference to Daredevil in the movie.
A lot bit.
Do you know how there was the checks where it was written all over it in red?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them wrote Bruce Wayne equals blind.
Oh.
I don't know, unofficial Easter egg.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Henry Cavill's Superman? I'll go first. I really liked how he had more dialogue. And how it showed his human side more. Instead of his, like, god side, it showed how human he was to, like, keep thinking, oh, maybe saving them just wasn't enough for them to win, like, their trust and stuff. Instead, everything he does, they still hate him either way. So it shows his human side, how he's even considering that Superman was never real. But he has people that...
They showed him more of a person than a god.
Yeah.
Like, this movie was full of symbolism, so to say it in a simpler term, he's technically Jesus in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, he died.
Okay, to our
and
religious
at the very
fans, we're just saying either God, Allah, Buddha. I don't know why I said that, but yeah, just went off topic. Just saying to our many religious fans.
This isn't watching it.
We're just using example as Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, even at, I mean, this is real huge spoilers. In the Doomsday and Superman fight, Superman stabs Doomsday with a kryptonite spear, which Batman made,
That was really
and
heroic.
yeah, and Doomsday stabbed Superman in the chest with a bones sword.
Like his
Yeah.
hand turned
And
into a bone
yeah,
thing. Yeah.
sorry, he was presumed dead, like in
Yeah.
the Death of Superman story arc. But
Big
in the very
reference.
last scene, yeah, in the very last scene, a grain of dirt which Lois Lane poured onto his coffin, uh, started rising, showing that Superman isn't dead.
Another
Yeah.
Dark Knight reference
So,
when Superman heard Bruce's heartbeat.
Yeah.
but I would say that Harry good Superman.
They showed more character in Superman.
Instead of shoehorning more of a plot, instead of shoehorning the origin of Krypton, they're showing how he feels about the events which happened in Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, this is one thing I forgot, but I totally actually remember the perspective they showed for Bruce Wayne, like why he hates Superman, why he wants to kill him.
Yeah.
It kind of shows like because we all thought, oh, just because he leveled the city because of the invasion doesn't mean it's Superman's fault, but it shows why Batman grew that much hate.
Yeah.
And also, what did you guys think of the Batman was a killer? I actually thought it was awesome because it showed
Yeah.
more realistic.
Mm.
And yeah, what do you think?
I don't know.
Merlin, what did you think of Batman killing? Like, once I saw it, I was like, okay, he kills. Why would people make a big fuss out of it?
I was kind of surprised, but then I remembered I read The Dark Knight Returns, which has a much more brutal Batman, and he almost killed someone in it, by threatening to drop him out of, like off a cliff, like off a building and shit. So I was kind of surprised until I remembered.
What about Nibu Lord? You still there? Okay, Nibu just went quiet, but we'll continue on. So overall, what would you give the rate? What did you think of the critics? What were they thinking? Honestly, I just thought the critics didn't know what they were watching because
Yeah,
this
I probably
movie
haven't
was
read
mainly
any source material.
yeah, like the multiverse. Probably they're like, oh, what the hell is the multiverse?
Yeah. Oh, what the hell's the Amgram comic universe?
Oh, who the hell's that character?
Yeah.
But
Can I just
seriously,
say one thing going off topic?
yeah,
I know how to seriously screw up with Superman.
huh?
If he fakes his death right
Yeah.
and goes into a coffin, I'll specially make a coffin, but it's lined with fucking kryptonite, so he's weakened. He won't never come back. Fuck you, Superman.
It's like never come back.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if, but yeah, the critics, like whoever are critics, they're more of the people that just watch the movie. That's why it got a low rating because Batman v Superman was full of things that the fans would know, like a general knowledge would know. Critics are just the people who, like, how can I say this? Like, they just don't know anything about the movie. Like, they just watch it blindly. So they wouldn't
Yeah.
really understand. Like, that's why there have been so much videos for people to read. Like, there's videos like top 5 things you should read before watching Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess critics can't like. You can really like not believe too much in critics because they don't really know sometimes what they're watching.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I'm surprised the ratings that Batman v Superman got because it
Yeah.
deserves more than 8.5 or something, 7.5 or something. I would give it a solid 9. What would you give it?
Probably 9.5.
It was a shame that there was no post-credit scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a shame. Me and my friend, we were watching it, and we were just like sitting there until we were waiting for post-credits. We were
So
like,
I wanted to watch it, but Mom was like, "No, we have to go home."
well, thank God you went home.
Yeah, I mean, there were heaps of opportunities to have an end credits scene.
Well,
Like,
Nibalo
Sean
just joined us
Epilogue.
again.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's alright, but yeah, apparently it's been said like Zack Snyder says like all great movies don't need a post-credit scene, but that doesn't mean anything. It's just saying like, you
Doesn't
know,
mean crap.
yeah, but it's just saying like all great movies
It-
don't need post-credit scenes.
So the Marvel MCU has post-credit scenes of them with great movies,
Exactly.
and
So
they
yeah,
just do it.
Yeah,
So
can
to spoil the
I
next one.
have a change of... Can I put on a change of subject?
Yeah.
okay.
How good of a Lex Luthor Jesse Eisenberg was.
Actually,
Yeah.
to be honest, he surprised me. Like yeah, it's Lex Luthor's son. Of course, they're changing that up. But he actually
Really?
showed some charisma. Yeah, it's apparently said that he's actually Lex Luthor's son. That Lex Luthor, the real one, Baldy, passed away or died. I don't know how.
Huh.
But yeah, like it's
Possibly
it's his
he
son,
died
yeah.
in... Possibly he died during the events from Man of Steel.
no wonder Lex
Yeah.
Luthor would hate Alexander Luthor would hate Superman. Kind of
Yeah.
like the same
Yeah.
reasons as Batman. Like, also,
For
I
some
like the
reason-
charisma. I really love the charisma in him.
Yeah, he struck me very closely and reminded me a whole lot of the Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Those who
He was
No, Heath
really
Ledger.
good, especially when he said, we should put that painting the other side, because we now know the devil doesn't come from below.
It comes
It
from
comes
above.
from
Yeah, I was thinking of
above.
saying that before, just before.
Yeah.
Okay, put yourself in in Batman's position, or anyone like a bystander in the Zod invasion. Would you really blame Superman? Would you really blame Superman, like, for your hurt, your loss, just because he was trying to like get rid of his own kind?
No. If I was in what Superman shoes, I would tell the world, I only did what I can. I saved as many people as I can, and for all of the destruction I made, everything comes for a cost. And it doesn't mean having entire people going out for everything. Like, that doesn't mean you can send heaps of people out to kill Superman.
Actually, this is what I read or heard before. I don't remember, but how originally it was said that Batman was meant to face Riddler and the Joker. But
That's
they
why I
said,
put the Easter eggs.
yeah, no, yeah, I guess so. But because of the time, they cut it out. But have you guys seen the deleted scene for Batman v Superman that Warner Bros. Posted on their YouTube channel?
No.
It shows Steppenwolf.
Yeah. What? Who?
Steppenwolf, comic history time. He was one of the elite members of Darkseid's army.
No. Because I couldn't really hear you.
Yeah. So Steppenwolf was shown. Most people agree it's Steppenwolf because have a check that out. It's on Warner Bros. Channel, and other people have broken down. But yeah, it looks like Steppenwolf, what the elite guard for Darkseid army. So, what do you guys think the Justice League Part 1 and Part 2 will be like? Is it going to be Part 1 and Part 2 be the same story, or like different stories, like Part 1 be Throne of Atlantis, or Part 2 will be Darkseid?
Well, I would say, part 1 would be, Batman and Wonder Woman recruiting all the metahumans and, making the Justice League to stop Steppenwolf, who Batman would presume, Lex Luthor is talking about in the end of Batman vs Superman.
Ping.
But
I thought he was talking about
but
Darkseid.
then in the end of
Yeah, he
part
was.
1, they show that in the end of part 1 they show that Darkseid and that Steppenwolf was just to weaken the Justice League before his arrival. That's what I presume is gonna happen.
I presume it would be like.
What?
I think in the same way. Like first it would be like Steppenwolf coming in with the parademons, and Batman's like, okay, we need to get our act together. Like it will first be them like doing their own thing, like they'll fight by themselves individually, and by the end of the movie they'll leave it as a cliffhanger as Darkseid comes in. And part 2 would be them being like, okay, we need to work together to defeat Darkseid because none of us can defeat him by ourselves.
Yeah. I think that it's the same as Nebula Lord said, but it's the entire fight is in part 1, including the recruitment, and in part 2 is the aftermath of the fight.
What do you mean by aftermath of the fight?
Like shows the life,
They've been fighting for a while,
the life of the
and
affected people
But-
that die.
But what would be the point of the movie? Just seeing other people like getting used to the fact that they've won, because that would just be like, that just might as well be the whole movie like in 5 seconds. I wasn't trying to be rude or anything. I was just saying like, doesn't make sense that much. So final ratings. What did you guys would give it?
Probably
well, I
9.5.
would say a 9. I mean,
Solid
there
9.
were a few flaws here and there,
Yeah.
but it's trying to do what DC did. You know what Marvel did, but with DC property.
You know what? I think the critics over exaggerated it. If you know your stuff, you like Batman and Superman, it won't be as bad as what people are reviewing it saying. So yeah, it's a solid 9 for me.
It's a 9.5 for me.
9 for me.
Well guys, we're almost running out of time, so please guys leave in the comments below what you guys thought of the movie and what other Easter eggs we may have forgotten. And yeah, please subscribe, leave a like, and subscribe to Old Man Merlin and the Nebula Lord. Say bye guys.
See ya.
But, see ya.
Bye bye.